So how do we get consumers involved in the story? One, basically what we want them to do is be part of that story as it unfolds. And what we're starting to see specifically in the reality side of the world is the ability to feed back that content into the story itself. Award shows, MTV most recently with the MTV Music Awards, was able to modify the back end of their program based on what they saw happening within the blogosphere on the front end of their program. And I think you're going to start to see more real-time aspects like that take place into the unscripted and into the game show side of the world. By allowing the consumers to be involved with the characters and the storyline, again, they begin to embrace that story in a way in which, and for that matter, the brand, in a way in which they feel that there's ownership there and they're part of the overall community, excuse me, and the development overall. If you can imagine Transmedia in a couple different applications, Entourage, which I'm sure several of you are familiar with, if Aquaman actually came out in the theaters, which was the movie that Vince was being involved with, you had this entire show on HBO that was setting up a feature film. Why wasn't that film released or produced by Warner, who sits on those rights? Ugly Betty, why isn't there a Mode magazine? Again, you have a show that is based on a fashion publication, a Condé Nast or another big publishing house having aligned with that show, bringing that out into reality would have bridged the gap in a very interesting transmedia way. Wonka, yet again, another property with the resurgence of Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, be it the Golden Ticket or other assets. There are ways in which to cross media and cross boundaries for brands and for shows that really take advantage of today's medium in a very interesting way. So, from a platform perspective, and I'll get into our view of the new rules in a little bit, but from a platform perspective, we believe that every platform needs to be accounted in the development and production of transmedia properties, specifically when you're working with a brand. From a TV perspective, it's a lean-back environment. Although we are in control with DVRs, it is a one-to-one or one-to-few in the living room. Ideal behavior, obviously, is immersive and entertaining. The whole point of entertainment is to escape our reality and be sort of dropped into a fantasy story. What we believe TV is great for is awareness. It raises awareness. It gets people involved in terms of thinking about a property, and then we can drive them down into a digital environment which is more interactive, social, and collaborative, and allows us to deepen the conversation. Mobile, in my pocket, allows me to stay in touch regularly. Every character, and I know Gossip Girl is doing this right now with their characters, every character should have a blog, every character should have a constant communique with its audience, and the dialogue that begins to take place really starts to blend in a very interesting way with the right storyline and the right writers. At retail, experiential and informative. I think retail is an under-leveraged environment right now, although you do have location-based networks like Walmart TV or BP has released a Pump TV relative to gas television that really allow for a brand to engage with the consumer on their terms, get great information, be entertained, and most importantly, as you move them down that traditional marketing funnel, that mobile device acts as a means to actually get something. Whether I download a coupon, whether that coupon was downloaded off of a digital interaction and sent to my cell phone number, or whether I picked it up at a retail environment, that really allows us to get that last 3 feet at retail to drive a transaction. Out of home is another area that we're starting to see a great emergence in, whether it be subway television, whether it be airport TV. Screen proliferation continues to grow, and again, the interaction between the mobile and the out-of-home or the mobile and the retail is going to be an area which brands and programmers need to really take full advantage of. So I'm going to run 2 case studies for you. The first is a program that we did with DuPont this past year with Discovery Networks. It ran across Discovery, Planet Green, Science Channel, and TLC. It was a program called Greensburg, Kansas. The whole point of this program was to shift people's perception of DuPont from a chemical company to a green builder and an innovation in green building technology. You'll see exactly how we built this program across platform. And then the second is just a compilation of some of the programs that we've done for IBM this past year.
It is a large, dangerous tornado near Greensburg.
Look at that thing! Huge!
This is bad. This is really bad. Massive damage. That's the only way I know how to describe it.
We are starting from the beginning. We're creating a town. And this is an opportunity to build it from the ground up and to rebuild it green.
You guys are good people. You're strong people. And you're optimistic people. And with DuPont, we're here to help.
And help they did. Few people knew of DuPont's role in sustainability, and fewer saw the brand as relevant to their everyday lives. This is the story of how we created a highly differentiated marketing program that would cut through the green marketing clutter and help rebuild Greensburg, Kansas as the first green town in America. The marketing approach was to create a real-world, living laboratory for DuPont's sustainable technologies to be leveraged as content across multiple touchpoints. The hero touchpoint was branded content in several documentary series across Discovery networks. On the Planet Green series, Greensburg, DuPont played a dramatic starring role, using its knowledge and sustainable materials to help bring Greensburg back to life before the audience's eyes. The series functioned as an extended and highly engaging product demo. TV spots were created to punctuate the branded content, raising awareness and driving relevance.
This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, let it shine to show my love.
Brilliant little microbes that turn everyday crops into renewably sourced fabrics and plastics. Things that build safer cities the world over, and Mars-going crafts called rovers. Super small motors and gears, greener buildings, safer safety gear, lighter weight cars, and fuel-saving jets. For you and me and a healthier planet. All this and more from DuPont.
Digital was another key touchpoint. A virtual open house hosted on the Planet Green website and a dedicated landing experience on DuPont's website offered a deeper dive into DuPont's green products as well as updates on the rebuild. Co-branded banners further reinforced DuPont's role in the rebuild. Internal communication programs also leveraged the content to educate and activate employees. PR and events were another important touchpoint. Key to this was integrating DuPont's existing sponsorship of NASCAR driver Jeff Gordon, whose visit to Greensburg caught the media's attention.
Greensburg, Kansas. If you haven't been, you should go.
It's going to make a difference in their lives and hopefully sets a great example for all of us. I love the fact that DuPont took me there. I can't wait to go back.
This groundbreaking initiative was a win for DuPont, the environment, and most importantly, the people of Greensburg, who are achieving their dreams to rebuild green.
I think DuPont and Habitat for Humanity, they have been so generous to us. That just goes to show that there still truly are special people in the world today.
So through this program, DuPont actually got a 6-time return on investment relative to the actual media value and the increase in sales versus the actual cost of the program and the cost of the product that was donated to the town. They also saw over 100% shift in terms of the awareness of DuPont being involved in green building innovation.